Hare Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadha Shivasti Gaura Bhakta Binda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadha Shivasti Gaura Bhakta Binda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadha Shivasti
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Thursday. It is the first moon, and it is Madhusudana Masa or Vaishakha Masa, Sukla Paksham, and the Chaiti and Panchami period. Both periods are falling on the same day, but there are no Vaishnava events in the calendar. So we shall quickly move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Sukadeva Goswami describing about the mood of Buddha, and before he starts speaking to Vidura and responding to inquiries about Krishna. So after he was in the deep meditation, and then so in his meditation he is in the abode of the Lord. And then gradually he came back to the this material consciousness, to this material world, and then wiping his tears with his hands, and then he's speaking to Vidura with love and affection by remembering all Krishna's pastimes. Sanakaihi Bhagvat Lokat Dulokam Punadagataha Vimrujja Netre Vidhuram Priti Aha Buddha Usmayan. So likewise, Sukadeva Goswami was mentioning, and so today he is mentioning that so now Buddha has come to the material consciousness into this material world, and then he started speaking to Vidura, saying that, "Oh Vidura, so the great son of Krishna, he has set, sun has set. So like evening sunset, likewise Krishna is now set. That means he has disappeared from the material world. And we are all swallowed by the time serpent. All the Yadava family being swallowed by the time serpent. And what to speak about our well-beings and our homes, likewise, Buddha is saying to Vidura, what can I speak about our well-being? As Krishna son has said, and we are all swallowed by the time serpent. Okay, likewise, Sukadeva Goswami saying, so today, Buddha's response is in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 2nd chapter, verse number 7. Buddha Vavacham Krishna Jumaninim Loche Gijeshu Adagarenaham Kimnunaha Kushalam Bhuyam Gata Srishu Griheshu Aham. Krishna Jumani Nimloche. Krishna Jumani. So Uddhava is saying Krishna Jumani, comparing that the Krishna son, Jumani. Nimloche, having said Krishna Jumani, Nimloche. Girneshu Ajagarenaha. Girneshu is being swallowed. Ajagarenaha by the great snake in the past. That means all the family members were swallowed by the time serpent, by great snake. Ajagara is called great snake. And Kimnu Naha Kushalam Bhuyam. And what else I can speak about our well-being? Naha is our Kushalam, welfare. Kimnu Naha Kushalam Bhuyam. And what can I speak about our well-being? Gatasrishu Gruheshu Aham. Gatasrishu Gruheshu Aham. So, Gatasrishu, with the good fortunate gone away. Gata means it was the past. Srishu means all good fortune. So that fortunateness, it was in the past, not anymore now. Gataseshu Gruheshu Aham. So in our homes, uh, all the good fortune was there while Krishna was present. Now Krishna's sun is now set, and we're all swallowed by the great time serpent. And now, what to speak about our good fortune in our homes? Once upon a time it was there, not anymore. Aham, what can I speak? Likewise, Uddhava is responding to Vidura. Krishna Jamani Nimloche Gineshu Ajagarenaha Kimnu Naha Kushalam Hroyam Gata Srieshu Griheshu Aham. Translation for this verse. Uddhava said, Shri Uddhava said, My dear Vidura, the sun of the world, Lord Krishna, has set, and our house has now been swallowed by the great snake of time. What can I say to you about our welfare? And purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, can I request, do you have Hamna Mataji? Okay, can I request any unallocated devotees to read the purport, please? No one is available. I shall read the purport. The disappearance of the Krishna sun may be explained as follows. According to the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, Vidura was struck with great sorrow when he got the hint of the annihilation of the great Edu dynasty as well as of his own family, the Kuru dynasty. Uddhava could understand the grief of Vidura, and therefore he first of all wanted to sympathize with him by saying that after the sunset, everyone is in the darkness. Since the entire world was merged in the darkness of grief, neither Vidura nor Uddhava nor anyone else could be happy. Uddhava was much aggrieved as Vidura, and there was nothing further to be said about their welfare. So the comparison of Krishna to the sun is very appropriate. As soon as the sun sets, darkness automatically appears. But the darkness experienced by the common man does not affect the sun itself, either at the time of sunrise or of sunset. Lord Krishna's appearance and disappearance are exactly like that of the sun. He appears and disappears in innumerable universes. And as long as he is present in a particular universe, there is all transcendental light in that universe. But the universe from which he passes away is put into darkness. His pastimes, however, are everlasting. The Lord is always present in some universe, just as the sun is present in either the eastern or the western hemisphere. The sun is always present either in India or in America, but when the sun is present in India, the American land is in darkness. And when the sun is present in America, the Indian hemisphere is in darkness. As the sun appears in the morning and gradually rises to the meridian and then again sets in one hemisphere while simultaneously rising in the other. So Lord Krishna's disappearance in one universe and the beginning of his different pastimes in another take place simultaneously. As soon as one pastime is finished here, it is manifested in another universe. And thus his Nitya Leela or eternal pastimes are going on without ending. As the sunrise takes place once in 24 hours, similarly, the pastimes of Lord Krishna take place in a universe once in a day of Brahma, the amount of which is given in the Bhagavad Gita as 4.3 billion years, that is solar years. But wherever the Lord is present, all his different pastimes, as described in the revealed scriptures, take place at regular intervals. As at sunset, the snakes become powerful, thieves are encouraged, ghosts become active, the lotus becomes disfigured, and the Chakravaki laments. So, with the disappearance of Lord Krishna, the atheists feel enlivened, and the devotees become sorry. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So here is a little bit big purport, but it is only the explanation. There is not much philosophy to see to understand here. It is about the sunset and sunrise. So like Krishna, uh, we have got sunrise and sunset in a 24 hours a day. Likewise, in a Brahma's day, Krishna appears once in the universe and then he goes to another universe in another Brahma's day. There are so innumerable universes, innumerable Brahmas are there. So in every universe, where Krishna's pastimes are going on all the time. If it is not here in this universe, so it may be in some other universe. So these are all the comments of the Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura. So Prabhupada is describing here. And here, after hearing from Uddhava, Vidura was grief-stricken. So that is the statement here mentioned. Of course, not only Vidura and everyone got grief-stricken. So nor anyone else. See, this is one. Neither Vidura nor Uddhava nor anyone else could be happy. So Uddhava was much aggrieved as Vidura. So here, Uddhava, he is always accompanying Krishna and all of throughout his life. That's why he may be more grief-stricken. And Vidura has already heard about the this Hastinapura as well. Hastinapura means that is the Kuru dynasty was they have also been annihilated in the Kurukshetra battle. When he was present in the Prabhasa Kshetra, at that time he has heard about the annihilation of the Kuru dynasty, the fight between the Pandavas and Kauravas. Now all the kingdom is under the rule of Yudhishthira. So likewise, he has heard at the Prabhasa Kshetra. Now he has returned back to Yamuna River, where he has met Uddhava there, and then he was inquiring about the Krishna's Yadu dynasty, well-being of Yadu dynasty. Now, Uddhava is remembering all Krishna's pastimes. He is now much aggrieved. And then here in this purport, Prabhupada is describing like the Krishna's as a sun, how he sun rises and sunsets. Likewise, it is a logical way of explaining to everyone. The two paragraphs. And Lord's pastimes are the Nitya Leela, they are eternal pastimes. And here, Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada is mentioning that Brahma's day is 1,000 yuga cycles. So one yuga cycle is of 4.3 million years, and likewise 1,000 yugas are there. So when we multiply 4.3 million into 1,000, it is 4.3 billion years, solar years. And again 4.3 is divided into that million years is 1.7 of Satya Yuga and 1.2 of Treta Yuga, and then 0.8 of Dwapara Yuga and 0.4 million years of it is Kali Yuga. So it is Kali Yuga is of 4.32, sorry, 432,000 years. So when we are, it is multiplying with 1 is Kali Yuga, multiply with 2, it is Dwapara Yuga, multiply with 3, it is Treta Yuga, and multiply with 4, it is the Satya Yuga. So just if we remember Kali Yuga, then we can calculate everything else. So the multiplications. Okay, so that is about the scriptures, and then and Chakravaki, Prabhupada is mentioning it during the night time. Likewise, thieves are encouraged, ghosts become active, lotus becomes disfigured, and Chakravaki bird, it laments. Likewise, whenever Krishna is disappeared, so atheists feel enlivened because on that particular moment, the Kali has entered to spread its influence. So that's why devotees become sorry. That's why wherever we see all kinds of fightings and happenings, unnecessary quarrels, arguments are happening. No one follows dharma properly. So in this age of Kali, dharma stands on only one foot. That is the satyam, so the truthfulness. But as long as the devotees desire, they can re-establish the four legs of dharma, austerities and cleanliness. So all these four this tapasya, the mercy, and then truthfulness. So the four legs of dharma will be re-established. So, and here with regards to the Uddhava, just one little bit of pastime with regards to the previous sloka. Senakaihi Bhagvat Lokat Nulokam Punaragataha. When Uddhava is in the meditation, so gradually he came back from the abode of the Lord to the human planet. So that's what previous sloka was mentioning here. So yesterday I was mentioning about the Ramchandra Kaviraj, and then his spiritual master is the Srinivasacharya, Shyamananda, and Narottama Das Thakur. So those three are the great devotees of Lord. Out of those, Srinivasacharya and his disciple Ramchandra Kaviraj. So once upon a time, Srinivasacharya, he used to sit in his meditation at his home and then merge himself into the samadhi. Likewise, he has got two wives, and then one day he was into the deep meditation. He did not come back. It went on hours and hours, 1 day and 2 days. Likewise, it is going on. Immediately, his wife got a bit surprised and wondered, and they could not understand what is happening. At that time, they have called Ramachandra Kaviraj, and then so look at your spiritual master. He went into the deep meditation. He has not come into the eternal consciousness yet, external consciousness. So at that time, Ramchandra Kaviraj understand his spiritual master, and he sat next in the sense nearer to the Srinivasacharya's place, and then he also absorbed into that deep meditation. And then what is happening, Ramchandra Kaviraj could understand his spiritual master in the Goloka. He is a Manjari. He is a Manjari, Mani Manjari. And likewise, even Ramchandra Kaviraj also is a Manjari, one of the Manjaris. So there, in the form of Manjari, there are Manjaris are all serving the Rupa Manjari, and then Rupa Manjari is serving the Lalita, and then Lalita is assisting Radharani pastimes. So there, Srinivasacharya in the form of Mani Manjari, he was looking at a pond and trying to find something, and then he was confused, and it was so late. He has been there, stuck up there for a long time. And then Ramchandra Kaviraj in the form of Manjari approached the Mani Manjari, who is Srinivasacharya, and asked what is happening like that. And then he mentioned that Radharani's nose ring has lost in this pond when she was playing with the water sports. Jalakeli. So at that time, Mani Manjari, Srinivasacharya was trying to find that one. And as he could not find, he was a bit anxiety. So what Ramchandra Kaviraj in the form of Manjari, he also entered into the water, and after some time he found that nose ring and he gave it to the Mani Manjari, and then Mani Manjari he has given to Rupa Manjari. Rupa Manjari in return to Lalita Saki, and then Lalita gave it to Radharani. So in such a way, later on, Ramchandra Kaviraj has removed that anxiety of his spiritual master in the Golokuru. It is happening in the Golokuru Vrindavana. Their material bodies, they are in the home of Srinivasaryas. But in a deep samadhi, they have been absorbed in that way. And later on, they have got blessings of Radharani as well. And then it is mentioned that Radharani's whatever the betel, what this palm leaves and betels, she used to chew that one. And then she gave some of it to, on the request of Lalita, he gave to Rupa Manjari. Rupa Manjari take a little bit, and then he has given it to Rupa Manjari gave it to Mani Manjari. Likewise, it was described very beautifully. And then when they have come out from the samadhi here in the external consciousness, Ramchandra Kaviraj was explaining to the wives of Srinivasacharya, and they were also deeply absorbed into that, and then they became pure devotees of the Lord and engaged in the devotional service. So I have been speaking here. Here, Seneca hi Bhagavad Loka Nulokam Punaragataha. So this is called Samadhi, absorbed oneself in the pastimes of the Lord. So here in the past times, it is the transcendental. One can spiritually one can go, even though material we are not talking, but in the spiritually one can go like here, Ramchandra Kaviraj and then Srinivasacharya. In the Golok Vrindavana, they were all talking, but in the external consciousness, they were able to understand each other. So Senekaihi Bhagavad Loka Nulokam Punaragataha. So this is what Punaragataha means, coming into the external consciousness. So that is the mood of Uddhava here. And then he started speaking to Vidra by saying that Krishna's sun has now set and our Yadu family got swallowed by the great snake of time. What can I say to you about our welfare, O Vidra? Likewise, Uddhava is saying. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So Krishna Jhumani Nimloche Gineshu Adagarenaha Kimnunaha Kushalam Bhuyam Gatasrishu Gruheshu Aham. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam ki chai. We shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Uddhava. Sorry, Satswarupa and Uddhava. Again we see Uddhava name here. Okay, July 27th, 1970, Los Angeles. It is a not big letter, so can I request him? Do we have Hangma Mataji? Thank you. Okay, any unallocated devotees to read this letter, please? Are anyone available? Hare Krishna Mataji, yes, please.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Maya Satsvarupa and Uddhava. Please accept my blessings. I thank you for your express letters and have noted the contents carefully. You are all my children and I love my American boys and girls who are sent to me by my spiritual master and I have accepted them as my disciples. Before coming to your country, I took sannyasa in 1959. I was publishing BPG since 1944. After taking sannyasa, I was more engaged in writing my books without any attempt to construct temples or to make disciples like my other god brothers in India. I was not very much interested in these matters because my Guru Maharaj liked very much publications of books than constructing big temples and creating some neophyte disciples. As soon as he saw that his neophyte disciples were increasing in number, he immediately decided to leave this world. To accept disciples means to take up the responsibility of observing the sinful reaction of life of the disciple. At the present moment in our ISKCON campus, politics and diplomacy has entered. Some of my beloved students on whom I counted very much have been involved in this matter, influenced by Maya. As such, there has been some activity which I consider as disrespectful. So I have decided to retire and divert attention to book writing and nothing more. The ISKCON Press was specifically established exclusively for printing my books. Please therefore give me an idea how you can help me in getting all my manuscripts printed as soon as possible. Whenever Advaita is submitting an estimate for printing my books, I am supplying the money immediately. So far the finance is concerned, Krishna is supplying. Therefore, if you simply print my books in the press, increasing, in, incessantly, that will give me great delight. Please, therefore, let me know how far you can all help me in this connection and what are the manuscripts ready for printing. I think I shall now stop all other activities except publishing of my books. Kindly enlighten me per written me. Hope you are all well and offer my blessings to all my boys and girls in your temple. Forever the Vishwa Reciprocated Swami. Swami Father Ki Jai. P.S. I think the wrongly printed pictures may be cancelled and fresh printing should be done. If not, it will create a very bad impression of our press management. Hare Krishna.
Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Um, so, the Prabhupada is they're telling you that was before we came to the country, and then he was already producing the BTG since 1944, and then after taking sannyas, he already in writing the books. So that Prabhupada mentioning even that Hare Krishna,
Mataji, we can't hear you. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
sorry, Prabhu, I think I lost my connection. Sorry.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, then so how you get the money for creating the book? So Krishna will arrange. That is take away. So whatever you do, that leave it to the Krishna, then Krishna will maybe like providing that like when you have desire. So that take away and that when Prabhupada said that there's so many that have disciples, the Guru Maharaj had to take the sin. So he left the world, something like that. Because I couldn't get it like when you have so many disciples, with the Guru. So that means like the responsibility of observing the like all sins. The Guru has to take whatever the disciple is making any offense or anything. So yeah, I think that is and yes, Professor, that is yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Any other comments, dear devotees, you wanted to add to this letter? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So here one point is Prabhupada is one thing especially is the printing out the books. And Prabhupada is mentioning about the neophyte disciples are increasing in number. Neophytes means without any philosophy, they will come and go. Without any knowledge, they will come and go. Such kind of people taking the initiation from the spiritual master. And then spiritual master, to enlighten them, they do not come and try to understand the philosophy, but they take the initiation. So whenever such kind of people, disciples increases, and his Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami decided to leave this world. So accepting disciple means absorbing the sinful reactions of life of the disciple. But if the disciple is not following the instructions, it will be very difficult for the spiritual master to enlighten him scientifically, giving the tattva or spiritual knowledge. And also Prabhupada mentioning, so here at the present moment, ISKCON campus, politics and diplomacy has entered. So, and here some of my beloved students whom I counted very, very much have been involved in this matter, influenced by Maya. As such, there has been some activity which I consider as disrespectful. So I have decided to retire and divert attention to book writing and nothing more. So this letter is when it is the July 27th, 1970. It is just few years. So by the time itself, this diplomacy and politics has entered. So because everyone wanted to be recognized, everyone wanted to be uh, good positions, wanted to show off kind of thing. I want to do this one. That is good, but however, there's the in our policy, Trunadapi Sunechena, Tarorapi Sahishna, Amanena Manadena, Kirtaniya, Sadaharihi. That is the essential part. But managing administrative things, it is as a matter of duty. It is not for the sake of the fame and all those things. But people, when they wanted to be recognized like that. So here, um, this politics and diplomacy has entered, and Prabhupada was a little bit disturbed, and he felt as a disrespectful because one has to follow the instructions of the spiritual master. So in one of those 10 offenses, so this is mentioned like to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. This is the third offense. And here Prabhupada was mentioning, I consider as disrespectful about this politics and diplomacy. And he wanted to retire and divert attention to book writing and nothing more. So Prabhupada was asking to assist and help in that particular matter. And the money will come and arranged by Krishna. Krishna is supplying, so you just simply print my books. So that will give me a great delight. Okay, so that is the main purpose of this letter. I'm just exhibiting Prabhupada's that mood. I shall now stop all other activities except publishing of my books. So that means we understand how much importance is there to study the books and also distribute the books. Study the books and distribute the books. But yajjadachari sreshtaha tattadeve turanaraha sayat pramanam kurute lokaha tad anuvartate. When we study and we understand the philosophy and distribute the books, and people who receive those books, they will also be enlightened. But if we are not following and but simply just distributing it, then they also be like that. Because when we are trying to uh, understand ourselves and increase our progress ourselves in the spiritual life, people who also receive and hear us, they will also increase. It is actually the speaker needs to be, but outside other side is the enthusiasm and interest needs to be there, the complete faith. Other side, strong acharana should be there, pramanam is should be there. One side pramana and acharana, other side interest, faith, and that is shraddha. So then both will go progressively, competitively. Okay, so and if there are any mistakes are there, it must be corrected immediately because it is going to be the eternal knowledge. We should not, if there are small mistakes, any pictures, then it must be cancelled and fresh printing should be done. Okay, so like as Prabhupada is instructing Satsvarupa and Buddhava. That is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Any other comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, on the just wanted to mention my reflection on this. Like, he was such a visionary. Like, when we realize now that when all these problems internally they started, he knew that it's Maya and he cannot solve it because it was across all the continents and he could not solve them on his own. Even though he was a pure devotee, it's humanly not possible. So he wrote the books thinking that yeah, in the future, again, things will be back to normal. So, like, after Prabhupada left his body in the late 1970s, so 70s till the 80s, that period, we know ISKCON had been going through crisis and lots of scandals and all went on. But again, the next generation, his grand disciples, they again started reading the book, spreading Krishna consciousness, and now again it's thriving. So, if he had just thought of correcting everybody, it would not have worked that way. But instead, he focused on completing the books he meant to write, translate, and so that has helped, like, for the mission to carry on. So that's my reflection. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, how do we understand who is a neophyte and who is a disciple? I mean, proper disciple. It means proper disciples, they try to understand the philosophy and apply in their life, and they tolerate the things, and then if though they do not like, they follow the authority, and then they do not speak much unnecessarily. They speak only Krishna Katha. So that is Pranadapi Sunechana, Tarorapi Sanshna, Amani Namani, Kirtaniya Sadahari. They keep going on in their spirituals. They do not worry about any obstacles. They think that all are mercy of Krishna. So, and these politics are always coming wherever we go, everywhere there will be politics and the influence. These are matter influenced by Maya. It will keep on there. So Maya Tad Apashrayam. So Krishna is there and Maya is always behind Krishna. If you are just bit deviated, then Maya holds us, influenced by Maya. Thank you, Mataji, for that reflection. Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Okay, and from the updates point of view, so today we have got Krishna Katha or Krishna book reading by Srila Shyam Prabhuji at 8 p.m. That is our upcoming event. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, this chapter, like last time, we have finished, but we did not recite it. Yes,
Oh, that's chapter 1.
yeah, chapter 1, sorry, yeah.
Okay, yes, we shall do that on coming
Saturday.
Saturday. Thank you so much, Mataji, for kindly reminding that one. Okay, so we shall do that one. Third canto, chapter 1 recitation on Saturday. I'll send a poll for the devotees to select the verses to recite. Thank you, Mataji. Any other updates? Okay, so in that no updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further chapter. वंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की